All right, testing audio levels.
All right, testing audio levels. All right, testing audio levels.
All right, this is going to be a little weird because I'm hearing myself talk. All right, it should be better now. Okay, there we go. Now I'm not hearing myself talk. That's good. I'm not worried about that. Hopefully everything's working out. I don't see anybody on yet. As soon as we get some viewers on, I'll go ahead and start the process here. Let's see, get my analytics up here. So if you're in here, just go ahead and say something so I know you're here. And if you haven't already, go ahead and give a thumbs up for the video. We're going to be demonstrating how to install OpenCore 0.5.8. How you doing, Erasmus? Appreciate the chat there. Like I said, we're gonna go ahead and demonstrate how to get OpenCore installed. I know that there's been some there's been a ton of forum posts and stuff like that about how to do this. I know that Martin Lowe has a video out, but it doesn't really show a lot. There's no audio to his video, so I thought I would go ahead and create a short video here. This is not going to take too long, believe it or not. It's not that hard to do. This here is what you're seeing is a fresh copy of Mac OS 10 Catalina. I'll show you about this Mac. So I'm not sure if you could see that very well, but this is OS 10 Catalina version 10.15.4. This is on a Mac Pro early 2009. I'm running two processors at 3.06 gigahertz, 32 gigabytes of memory, and I'm running a Radeon RX 5700 XT with 8 gigabytes. So I am running a unflashed video card, so this does not have a boot screen natively. What we're going to do with OpenCore here is actually put a boot screen in. Are you hearing me okay? I want to make sure my audio is okay there. So Rasmus, if you could give me a thumbs up that the audio is okay. That way I know it's good. All right, good. I'm actually using my AirPods for the audio. So this is something new, and I'm actually using a Mevo camera for the camera. So I know before some of my videos the audio was real low, but I think I've got that problem fixed now. So we're going to see how this works out here. So we're going to give it a few more minutes before I go into start here. I want to get some more viewers in. I know I've got some more of the Maciac crew should be here. So hopefully we'll see those guys pop in here. And that way And there's my cuckoo clock in the background. If you watch Mac Yak, you'll hear that thing go off during the show every time. Hey, what's up, Grudy? Appreciate you showing up here. The audio should sound a lot better now. I'm actually using a different. I'm not using the built-in microphone on the Mevo. I'm actually using my AirPods to do the audio, so it should sound a lot better there, Grudy. But we're going to be installing OpenCore and show you how easy this is to do now. This used to be a difficult process. I know it was a little bit more difficult in using OpenCore 0.5.6, but now with 0.5.8, it has gotten, sounds like crap. Don't tell me it sounds like crap. Rasmus said it sounded good. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I know, but you know what? It's going to have to deal with it right now, but it's better than what it used to be, right? It's not as low as it used to be. The audio quality, that is. I am going to possibly get a new microphone one of these days. So we'll figure it out here sooner or later. But right now, yep, see? Yes, it's louder. That's all I wanted it to be. I just wanted it to be louder. I didn't want it to be low like it's been in the past where people couldn't hear me. So, all right. So, looks like I only got one of the Mac Yak gang in here. So, it keeps buffering. It must be your internet connection then, because it says excellent connection on my end. So, sorry there, Grudy. You might have to go to a lower bit rate. I think I'm streaming at, I think I want to say it's 720, so you shouldn't have an issue with that. All right, anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and start this. I'm going to keep it up. It's going to be in the on my channel, so and see, he's in Denmark and can get it. So, Grudy, your internet really needs some work. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start this now. To prove that this is actually a fresh install. I just did this install on a separate hard drive. I basically removed every hard drive in my classic Mac Pro and installed it onto another SSD. So what we're going to do is and this is the DOS Dude 1 patcher that I used to install this on. The reason why I'm using Catalina is because my video card will only run with Catalina. Catalina is the only operating system that has the drivers in it that will actually work. So that's the reason why. This should work in Mojave too, if you want to do it in Mojave, but we're going to do it in Catalina. So I'm going to go ahead and restart the computer and show you that we do not have a boot screen as of yet. Now I'm running this is a ultra wide monitor. It's a 49-inch monitor, so you're only seeing part of the monitor here. So what you're going to see is just part of the screen. You're not going to see the whole thing. It's cutting off probably about 6 inches on either side of the screen. So this is an ultra wide gaming monitor, curved gaming monitor, Samsung monitor. So anyways, it's booting up right now. I just got the bong on the computer. It should boot up. And there's my steering wheel going off right now. But you're going to see that I have no boot screen. It's going to come up just like that. Okay, so there's no boot screen there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to actually install this. Okay, so hold on, let me not use stacks. Okay, so what I have here is a couple of different things, and I'm going to move them over into the area so you can view them. I have OpenCore 0.5.8 with the NDK boot picker in this version. So what we're going to do, and you can get this, and I'm going to be posting a article on this soon to mac-yak.com, and they'll have all the links to all the places where you can go get this stuff. But when you open up the OpenCore, okay, you're going to get a couple of things in here. First, you're going to have, and let me see if I can zoom in on that. All right, so you're going to have the Bless Clover configurator. Let me zoom in a little more. There we go. And EFI folder. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is we got to go with the Clover configurator because we need to be able to mount the EFI partition. So you're going to double click on Clover configurator. All right, it's going to say it cannot be opened by a developer. So if that comes up like that, you're going to right click on it and hit open and then open. So it'll open for you then. That's Mac OS X's little security thing. So let me zoom out a little bit here so you can see. So now we are in the Clover configurator. Now, what you're going to do is go over here on the left-hand side, and you're going to go to Mount EFI. Not sure if you could see that or not, but we'll see. So you're going to go Mount EFI, and then over here you're going to see all your different partitions. You're going to see your partition schemes up top, and then your EFI partitions on the bottom down here. So right down here, you're going to see the EFI on APFS container Catalina. So that's the one we want to go to. So you're going to go over here and click Mount Partition. All right, you're going to put in your password. All right, and it will mount that partition. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to open that partition. So now we're going to click Open Partition, and it's going to open it up in a Finder window. So now we can minimize Clover configurator. All right, so now I'm going to move these around a little bit so we can see better. And there we go. So now we're going to actually start working on the actual getting it to work. So now we've got the EFI over on the bottom window here, and there's nothing in there right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this folder that says EFI in the OpenCore 0.5.8 boot picker and just drag it over to the EFI drive. All right. I forgot to mention something right off the bat is that in order for you to do all this, you actually have to disable SIP, System Integrity Protection. If you're using the DOS Dude patcher, it's already disabled, so you don't have to worry about it. However, if you're doing it in Mojave, where you do not have SIP disabled, you actually have to go in and disable this first. So just make sure you do that. But when you're using the DOS Dude 1 patcher, SIP is already disabled, so you don't have to worry about that. It makes it much easier doing it that way. So there we go. All right, so I've dragged over the EFI folder. All right, so now we're going to open that up. All right, and you're going to have two folders in there, boot and OC. The OC is OpenCore and the boot. So we're going to be messing with the OC one. So you have a couple of different ones in here. You have drivers, icons, kex, tools, and everything else. So basically, that's all you have to do right there. You don't have to do anything else. I'm just showing you what's in this because later on when we do the Radeon Boost, and I'm going to show you how to do that, when we do the Radeon Boost, we're going to actually have to go into some of these folders and do some of the stuff. The main one we're going to worry about here is the plist, the config.plist file, which is this one right here that I'm showing you. All right. So the next thing we need to do is you can go ahead and close out this window, is come back to the OpenCore boot picker. Now you're going to have this Bless OpenCore, okay? So what you need to do is, and you're going to have to say, hey, Brock, how you doing? And thanks to Brock, he's the one that actually got me into this to want to do this. So hopefully he could see I'm doing it the right way. I've done it several times now, Brock, so I'm pretty good at doing this, I guess you might want to say. So the next thing we want to do is we want to right-click on Bless OpenCore, and you want to open that, and it's going to run. Okay, it says it cannot be developed, so you just hit open anyways. And it's an automator script, so you're going to have to type in your password again. All right, and that's it. You're not going to see anything else happen. So, so Siri thinks you have the Rona. All right. So, anyways, that's it. So now we're pretty much done. That's how simple this was to actually install OpenCore. So now we're going to basically go and we're going to reboot. So I'm going to go back over here and we're going to restart the computer. Let me go ahead and zoom out. Yes, we want to restart. And now when it comes back up, you should see actually a boot screen. Now the boot screen, when it comes up, it's going to say in 5 or 6 seconds, it's going to actually go ahead and start the default drive, which should be your boot drive. However, I'm going to hit a key, and so we can look at the boot screen a little bit there. They have actually made this boot screen look almost like you couldn't even tell the difference. Now, I'm not holding down the Alt key or anything like that. It's going to actually start up in its own boot screen. So there we go, right there. All right. So now we have our boot screen. There we go. So we have Catalina and recovery disk, okay? And you can restart it from here, or you can shut it down from here, just like you can on a normal boot screen. Now remember now, I'm running a Radeon RX 5700 XT video card. It is not flashed for an Apple computer. So therefore, I cannot hold the Alt key down and get a boot screen, or a boot picker, as they say. So basically, this is how I got my boot screen out. So now I can actually add other operating systems if I want it on here. Now, here's the drawback. If you're installing Windows 10, okay, as a boot camp, or not even boot camp, if you're installing Windows 10, it will not be able to pick Windows 10 because Windows 10 requires on a CMP legacy boot mode, which means that it's not EFI boot, so this OpenCore will not see it. So that's a drawback. That's what I was hoping it would do, but I'm still stuck with removing my hard drive to actually run Windows. I have tried to do the EFI version of Windows, and it can screw up your firmware on your computer, so I suggest not doing that. Now, a NVRAM reset will fix that, but I suggest not doing that because it could really screw up your boot partition and really mess your computer up. So don't do that. So now we're going to basically select Catalina, and like I said, it shows just like in the regular window which one you got. So we're going to start Catalina, and now we have our little boot screen with our little bar, and you'll see that it's starting up. So this is what you see, what you don't see when you have a non-flashed video card. So now I'm able to see that stuff. All right, and there we go, and it should come up right there. And we're back into, like I said, that was so easy. That's how easy it is to actually install OpenCore now. They have made this almost too simple to do. All right. Let's see. You could do if I say put something in it. I don't know. Grudy, I have tried everything on the internet that says that, and everything on the internet is wrong. I have not been able to get it to work properly. The problem is that Windows 10 uses newer EFI stuff than the firmware on the Mac actually can support. So that's the reason why it's not working properly. And when you try to do Windows on it, then you can't boot OS 10. So it's either you boot in legacy mode, or you don't boot at all. So no, Martin Lowe, yeah, he might know how to do it, but the problem is that you can only boot one at a time. Then you're either going to screw up your Mac OS 10 boot or not. If they can figure it out a way to get OpenCore to actually see the legacy disk, that would be awesome. I hope they do one of these days. That would be awesome. All right, so we do have OpenCore in here now. There's a bunch of different things. I'm not going to go into it, but in this folder here where I have all these different things, you can go download a program called OpenCore Configurator. I don't have it on here because this is a new install of OS 10. I did this just for that because I didn't want to use my main boot drive for this demonstration. So this one doesn't have anything installed on it. This is just basically a virgin copy of OS 10. However, now we're going to go ahead and get the Radeon Boost in here. So Radeon Boost is another thing you can add on to actually use the full potential of your AMD graphics card. A lot of times you cannot do hardware encoding on any AMD card because of the way OS 10, the drivers in OS 10 are just not that great. So what this does is it re-enables all that stuff and allows you to actually use the full potential of your graphics card. So this is this is a little bit more difficult to do than the other one, but we're going to have to go back to Clover Configurator and we're going to open it again. All right, because we have to mount the EFI partition again. Okay, it minimized itself, unfortunately. Where are we? There we go. All right, so we're going to go back to mount and mount partition. Again, I got to put in the password. All right, and then open the partition, and I can minimize this again. I don't need to see that. All right, so we're going to go into the EFI partition. Now I have the Radeon Boost text here, and I have, this is a file I saved so I can actually, it's a plain text file, and this is what we're going to have to add into our config.plist file. So now we're going to open up the EFI. Let me zoom in here. We're going to open up the OpenCore folder, and then we're going to right click and open with, and I'm going to use other, and I'm going to use text edit. That's my favorite text edit. I just use the basic text edit. All right, and that opens up, and let's see. All right, there we go. Everybody can see. I don't know if you can see that very well on there, but what we're looking for is we're going to scroll down until we find the key kernel. Right here, you're going to see over on the far left side, you're going to see where it says key. It's in, I forget what they call those, but it's a greater than less than sign. But you're going to see them in those marks, and you're going to see key, kernel, and then /key. And then underneath that, you're going to see DICT in the things, and then you're going to see key add. So everything below the key add is where we're going to add this new code that we're going to add in. So you're going to see a lot of stuff where it says bundle path, bundle path, all this stuff. But you're going to see like this one's lilu.kex. This is where we're going to actually add our kex. In order for the kex to work, you actually have to tell OpenCore where it is and how to use it. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy from that. Let me pull this in so you guys can see. So we're going to copy this, and we're going to paste it. All right, let's see. I like to keep it all nice and neat. We're going to paste it right there. All right, and so now I need to make everything look nice and neat. So we're going to go all right, so there we go. So now we've added how to tell where the how to use the kex file. So that's part is done. So in order to save this, you're going to just exit out because TextEdit just it saves it as it's going. Now, because we're working on EFI volume, it will not, we're on a volume that does not support permanent version storage. So we're going to just now. Here's a caveat: before you do something like this, messing with the plist, always make a copy of it. I didn't make a copy of this one because I don't need it on this particular computer, but always make a copy of the original config.plist. So if you screw something up, you can go back and figure out what you screwed up. Okay, so we're going to hit OK. All right, close that out. Now what we need to do is we need to open up this folder called kexts. All right, so now we have, there's 3 kexts in here already. It's the Apple MCE report disabler, Wailu.kext, and whatever green.kext. So now we're going to add the Radeon Boost kext. So I just dragged it from my desktop into that folder, and we're good to go. So that's all you have to do. And then basically after you do that, the same thing we did last time, we're going to reboot. Let me go ahead and close this out. So we're going to reboot the computer. And then it will be loading up that kex file. So basically that's all there is to it, guys. I mean, it's not that difficult to do this anymore. Brock, he knows that it used to be very difficult to get this thing going, and it was very, very painful. The cool thing about this, and if you guys want, I'll boot back into my main drive after this, and I can show you the OpenCore configurator where you can actually do it. Now, I'm going to let this go by itself, so it's 10 seconds. It'll default and go ahead and start the Catalina. So there we go. I didn't touch the keyboard at all, so now it's actually starting. So now we actually have the Radeon Boost kex file in there, and it actually should be starting up with it. And I'll show you that it is actually in there by going. All right, there we go. If the resolution is good enough to show that. All right, so we have it back up and running. All right, close that out. And we're going to go to About This Mac, System Report, and we're going to go to Graphics Displays. And right here it says VBIOS version, it says Radeon Boost. So we are using the Radeon Boost kex now. So therefore, yes, everything is working as it should. All right. So that's pretty much basically it. You know. So yeah, we'll go ahead and if you guys want, I'll go and I'll shut down the computer here real quick. I'll throw back in my main drive, and I can show you how to change your computer to make it think it's a different computer. Now, I'm not going to do that to mine, but I can show you exactly how to do that if you guys want to see that. Anyways, but that's pretty much what it does. It gives you your boot screen back, and you don't need to flash your card. So hopefully this will get a lot of people to stop paying a lot of money to Mac vid cards there. So let me go ahead and shut this down and throw back in my main drive, and we'll show you how this works, or how the OpenCore configurator works, that is. So I've already got my I just got to throw back in all my drives. Like I said, I took them all out to do this demo. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and boot her back up. All right, so we got the computer booting back up. And on this one, you're going to see that I do have the OpenCore on it as well. This one actually says Mojave Boot because I've never changed the disk name. I just need to change that one of these because I did start off with Mojave on this disk. So you're going to see Mojave Boot instead. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and start that. So how's everybody doing today? And by the way, Brock, I did write a write-up up. It will be in macyak.com here soon. All right, so there we go. We're back into my main work disk. So in order for us to do the Clover configurator, I have it over here, or OpenCore configurator, I should say. And this is it right here, OpenCore configurator. So we're going to open that up. I can Rasmus, give me a second here. I can give you the link here in a second. Hold on. Let's see. Thanks for the subscription there, Rasmus. Appreciate it. Let's see. Let me open it and then paste it to you here. All right. So go to this. This is a macrumors.com. Oh, there we go. Jay, thanks, man. Who streams this early? Ha 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 ha. Anyways, there's the link there. Thanks, Jay. I was getting it at the same time. So basically, if you go there, it'll go right straight to that one particular post. You can actually download it right from there. The Radeon Boost is a different one. As soon as Jay verifies that my post works for him, I will go ahead and post this on macyak.com so then you guys can see it. So anyways, we've got the configurator here. So here's the cool thing about this now. You go to UEFI and you can actually not that. I can't remember where it was. Oh, platform info. All right, this is where you can have some fun with this, okay? Because you can actually change your serial number, SKU number, all kind of stuff in here. There are a lot of different ones here. So over here on the bottom, let's see if I can let you guys see that. You have all the different models and stuff of Macs that you can that's already pre-filled out. So let's say, for instance, if I wanted to make my Mac look like a 7,1, which is the newest Mac Pro, I just select that. It puts all the information in there, and you'll see that there's the new Mac Pro icon. So it gives all that stuff. I can generate a serial number. All right, it automatically puts the serial number for the chassis and the board. So, you can generate your own serial numbers. So this is pretty cool. So if you save this to your configurator, when you boot up again, when you go to About This Mac, you'll see where it says about that. Now, the cool thing about doing this is that you don't need the DOS Dude 1 patcher to do updates. You can actually get updates straight from Apple because you're basically fooling Apple servers thinking that it's a 7,1. So they will go ahead and give you the update. Because the CMP is no longer supported for Catalina, and Catalina is not a supported operating system for the CMP, you have to use either the DOS Dude 1 patcher, or you can use OpenCore and actually install Catalina that way. The only problem I've seen so far with this is that it does in your About This Mac look weird, because the memory slots are different on the Mac, the new Mac Pro versus the CMP. So you're gonna have some different things there, and it's going to say the memory is a memory mismatch, but it still reads all the memory correctly. I think it's just something, just for the about that really screws things up. So that's the reason why I just leave mine at the current, which mine is a 4,1 flash to a 5,1, but I go ahead and leave that up in there. So I mean, you can make it a 5. In fact, let's make that a 5,1. So there we go, 5,1, and it gives you all the different options. So the version, BIOS version is 144.0.0.0.0. So that's the way it works. But you would save all this info, and you could change a whole lot of different things on here. So I am not going to do that. So I'm going to close this, and it's going to say, do I want to save it? And I'm going to be like, no, I don't want to save it, because basically you're messing with the thing. Now, I think in order for you to actually, and I haven't done this a lot, but I think you have to actually go to Clover Configurator and mount the EFI folder to get this to work anyway. So I didn't mount the EFI folder, so it's not accessible right now. So I couldn't really save it if I wanted to anyway. So that's a good thing. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. That is basically how you get OpenCore installed. And Jay, it only took less than 20 minutes to install it, so you should be able to do that and verify it for me. These guys saw, I mean, it took me longer to do a new version of Mac OS than it did for me to actually do OpenCore install. So it's real simple and painless. Now, Jay was asking, and I might go back to the other drive here in a minute and see how easy it is to uninstall it. I might do that off camera though. But if I'm not mistaken, just deleting the EFI, all that OpenCore stuff, hopefully should make it work. I'm not sure, because once you bless OpenCore, I think you have to reset the NVRAM. So you have to do a NVRAM reset in order for it to probably work properly. So there you go. All right, guys, appreciate you watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And you guys have a great day, and we will see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. or no, 8 p.m. Eastern time on MacYak. So hopefully we'll see you guys there tonight too.